And we're back. Thank you for... Oh man, I suck at this. No, we're back. We're back. Episode... Wait, what number did you say?
124.
120. How are we already at 124, guys?
Because we've been drinking lots of coffee.
Oh, that'll do it.
We've been making a lot of eggs. Cooking a lot of eggs.
I'm here with Dull Dan.
Yeah.
Pallid Paul.
I'm a real dull.
And I didn't follow in the same trend, and I just put Melo Dork.
Melo Dork is pretty good.
It's topical, but it's not consistent.
Yeah, like folk off.
Folk off.
Yeah, that's what I was going for, but I mean, I don't know if you guys gave me a heads up about this. I didn't check.
No, I didn't get a heads up either. My original name was Mogar. Billy's dad from Billy and Mandy. He's like, I'm not dad tonight, Billy. Mogar.
My original nickname, I just couldn't think of anything, so I was like, Metalhead 666.
That's badass.
Wow.
Metalhead 666 is fucking sick, dude. That'll never not be sick.
Man, it's sick, but it's so bland.
I feel like that gamer tag's taken.
Yeah, you think?
I just imagine you would think that was badass if you were like 12 years old and you were like, yeah, that's your gamer tag, Metalhead 666, and it's like a skull.
You gotta have the
It's X's, like a flaming skull.
The X's in between.
Yeah.
Well, my moniker on message boards and various places is Voidhanger from the Dark Throne album, Plague Wielder. There's a track called I Voidhanger. And that was all well and good till the stupid label I Voidhanger came up, and everyone thinks I'm the label now.
You don't like that stupid label?
No. There's nothing wrong with it, but they're in my way.
Yeah, I get you.
They're cramping my style.
Way.
They're like, all right, maybe if we name it after this collector, he'll buy our stuff.
I'm just saying, I have been around using that name longer than they have.
Nice.
Just saying.
Oh, dude, you know what would
do I have anything from I Voidhanger?
I don't.
I have one. Midnight Odyssey, and it's not the best album I have. Funerals from the Astral Sphere. It's like 2 CDs long, and some of the tracks are fine, but man, they milk it. It goes way too long.
You know what would be a good nickname for you one of these days for the show? I thought of this like in 1 second. Frederick the Entertainer? Like Cedric the Entertainer?
Oh, yeah.
Is that good?
That's
I like it.
good.
I'd use it.
Yeah, Frederick the Entertainer.
Wow, Midnight Odyssey is still going. How many albums have they? Oh my god. Yeah, the one I have is... Oh my god, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes long.
Whoa.
That, no wonder.
Midnight Odyssey, is that what you said?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
They're like a space-themed, atmospheric black metal sort of thing.
I hate space.
No, I mean, I like it when it's well done, but this one... Parts of it are well done, but parts of it are just like, guy. Like, Dark Space 2 and 3, fantastic. Yes. Love those two. Odium's space themed and like early limbotic art, like Moon and the Scorpio and Ad Noctem.
Odium's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's classic. It took a long time for people to pick up on that one. Like, I don't know what they were waiting for.
Yeah, it suddenly got popular on Instagram.
It seems like in the last 5 years, like that one album wonder has exploded. But when I got into black metal, that was one of the early ones I latched onto. I'm like, this is fucking great. Why doesn't anyone else like this? And it kind of stayed that way for years, and then last few years, it's just kind of gotten really big, which is cool. It deserves it. But I don't know, it took people so long.
Was my fart picked up just now?
No, you're good, Mac.
Yep. You're good.
I mean, who did that? No, it was like...
We're gonna have to check the playback.
Yeah, I embellished it with some reverb delay.
made it louder.
We'll crank the volume on in post production.
I was going through some of the episodes, and I actually came across the one. I forget what we were covering, but at the end, Paul's like, "All right, I gotta poops," and then it goes. Blank, blank, blank.
I liked when I would throw in like the fucking kitchen nightmare sounds and shit. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty good. The laugh track one was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever do that thing in like elementary school when you put like both palms against the corner of your mouth and just make a loud farting sound?
No. I know people did that. I never really did that.
Oh, you're missing out. It's great. I demonstrate, but I can't because I have like a full beard right now, and there's not enough skin to skin to make it
The bearded
vibrate.
Fred.
Yeah, no, it's full beard. It's like an inch long at this point.
Hell yeah. I'm still going stupid goatee mode.
Oh yeah, like Mirror Universe Spock sort of thing.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Very nice.
I used to be able to do the Donald Duck noise pretty good. I don't know if I can still do it.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. You know how you do that? You have to grab the side of your cheek and like vibrate your cheek with like putting a little bit of pressure on the side of the cheek.
oh yeah, I could see that.
That's how
Yeah.
you do that.
What? Donald Duck doesn't wear pants, but when he gets out of the shower and answers the door, he puts a towel around his waist. What's up with that?
He's just holding the towel. That's just the way you hold the towel. He doesn't
I
really
guess.
care if you see what's down there because there's nothing really down there. It's just feathers. It's like like a real duck.
Yeah,
It's
I
not like you
suppose.
see their corkscrew. It's not like you see their corkscrew penis when they're just walking around. It's true.
Good old corkscrew dick.
You know those animals, echidnas? Did you know they have like a four-headed dick or like three-headed dick?
I did not. It's a trident dick.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to Google it, but I also don't.
Just Google it. It's just an animal penis. It's not like a regular penis.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
unless-
this is for science. We're looking up penises on Google for science.
is it science?
Like Dexter would say, for science.
No, DD.
I'm chubby. I'm cheesy. Oh, speaking of poo, Paul, is there a
Oh, here
reason
we
they
go.
call you Poo Paul?
Yeah, so there was a time,
Here we go.
middle school,
Right.
2010, we were gonna go see like Korn, Rob Zombie, Lamb of God, and stuff at like Mayhem Fest.
Yeah.
And for a whole week I couldn't shit.
Wow.
And then
Wouldn't that be no poo, Paul?
no, but here it comes. I
Oh,
eventually,
God.
I eventually,
Oh, God.
I
The
eventually,
poo is coming.
I eventually did, and we were at our friend's house, and I did the deed, and the poo would not flush. Like all the water would just like go down without it. So I grabbed a bag and just kind of like dog poop, and then threw it out the window, like trying to go for like the dumpsters.
Wow.
At least you had that on you. I mean, like,
Yeah.
what would the alternative been? I mean, you could have tried breaking it up.
Fishing a turd out of the toilet and then throwing it out the window.
Yeah. So there's that.
That is a certain level of something.
It was
Of,
crazy.
of freakery.
I'm just surprised that after that long, it was all in one piece.
Yeah,
bird.
it's always like satisfying, like the full uninterrupted vlog.
Mhm.
Like that is like a solid foot long. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My friend's dad, he used to say when Obama was president, he used to go and take a poop, and he's like, I'm gonna go give birth to the president. That's a dad joke.
But it's
And he used to call everybody commodians, like you're a comedian in the commode.
Oh God.
Oh, also speaking of
Again.
poop, yeah. So you saw that, right, Paul? Fucking Robert apparently broke up a family because of cat poop.
yes.
Wait, what?
I don't exactly understand the story, But my friend was with this guy. Okay, you were saying you didn't know the guy David, right, Paul?
Nope.
Yeah, so I think I've told a story about him before. I used to sit next to this guy in math class in like probably my junior year of high school, sophomore year, something like that. And I had he did listen to metal, like kind of. He was more of like a deathcore scene kid, but he did like some stuff. He liked like Inciferum and whatever else, I don't know. But he had a Hypocrisy T-shirt on, and I was sitting next to him, and I asked him, I was like, yeah. I asked him if he liked black metal, or no, he said something about black metal. I'm like, oh, you like black metal? What bands do you like? And he goes, it's not about the bands, it's about the attitude. I was like, okay. That's what he said. So that's the guy.
Poser.
Yeah. So, anyways.
You gotta hit that like the with the Donald Duck.
Oh yeah, do the Donald Duck poser.
I can't really.
You can't really speak with that.
I can't really speak while I'm doing that. I can kind of just go pitches, is what I.
You got to do the P first, and then just kind of work your way through the rest.
I can't do a P. I can't even do it. I went. Ow!
That was a great sound, though. Oh, great.
So, anyways, yeah, Robert's talking to this guy at the bar, and they start like fucking shitting on each other. And he's like, Robert, you're a fucking loser. You're not going anywhere in life. He goes, oh yeah, well your wife cheated on you. Your girlfriend cheated on you for like a year. And I don't know how it came to the cat turd thing.
I think that started it, didn't it?
But I don't quite understand how. It's like somebody heard this about this person, and I don't know how it all came back to that. But some girl's like, you ruined my family around. And he's like, I literally just said there was mountains of cat shit in the house. He said there was a litter box in the bathroom, like with like a mountain of cat turds falling all over the place, and there was like another litter box full of cat turds. He like hadn't changed it in months.
Ew.
That's basically. I don't know how cheating on your spouse and cat turds come into play, but it's just kind of funny. I thought it was funny. Mountains of cat turds. That's funny.
Mountains of cat turds.
Yeah, Rob dropping nukes.
Yeah, yeah, it happens.
Oh, was that the screenshot of text messages that was in the chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah, I saw part of that.
Ridiculous. That chat is getting ridiculous. I've had it.
I
I've had it. I'm glad we haven't practiced for a while. Like the break from rehearsing has been great. Now we just need a break from everything. That's next.
Oh no, BBR is gone again.
I think BBR's fine though, because we're at home and we don't we're kind of insulated in our own little bubble. We're pretty much in control. We're not in control of each other, but we're all kind of on the same page here, so I think it's all right.
Yeah, we kind of just do it because it's fun and just do what we want.
Just do whatever you want. As far as news goes, Kralazek CDs are in production, and by the time this is out, they will be out. So go buy one because they're limited and they are rare. I don't know if that means it's like rare piece of shit. Huh? No, it's pretty good though. It's a great demo.
How many copies?
Just a normal 50.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
I was very confused when you posted that was coming out because there's a Canadian band called Kralazek as well.
Yes.
And they released a demo
Yeah.
repeat or whatever. And I actually had a copy of that. Wasn't really into it. But when I saw that name come up, I'm like, what? They're back?
They're back.
No, I
Because
like
that's
I
a
like
very
that
specific
album.
name. Like, where are they from? Well,
That
what's
one-
the name from?
It's from like Dune, so it
Oh.
is like I think
Freaking Marco name, dude.
one of the languages. It means end of the universe or battle at the end of the universe.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
that,
I had the
that other band Kralazek is pretty good too. It's like they have members of like augury in it.
Augury. I remember them being okay. It's been a long time though.
Yeah, the bass playing on that Kralzik album's good.
I had the I don't know if I still
Oh, I
have
thought
it
you
or
meant
not.
your Kralzik album. That's why I giggled.
No, but I had the self-released version of it. That was that was a while ago. I don't know if I still have it or not. I should look in my stuff.
Yeah, you should look at your collection, Fred.
No,
Appreciate.
because I remember not being a huge fan of it at the time, but that was like 20 years ago. So, but hey, if I want it back, apparently there's 15 copies starting at $2 on Discogs, so shouldn't be too hard to get.
Paul's episode got a lot of hits.
Yeah, they're all good
Oh, did
bands.
Yeah, got a lot of comments. Got some views, I think. Yeah, I got some views. Somebody
Well,
says y'all's best episode yet. So yeah, people like
Well,
this. People were happy.
We're gonna.
We're gonna get some unsubscribers with the folk metal. No one takes it serious.
Well, that's how you weed out the
Or we'll get
fagaloons.
like the millions like on
Like Napalm Records, yeah.
yeah.
Like surprise millions of views. That would make me nervous. I wouldn't like that. I actually would not like if we got a bunch of subscribers. It even made me nervous when we got all these subscribers. I'm like, what is this? Is this a coordinated attack? What's going on?
all
Looking if
the
there's any new comments since last time I saw.
all the folk feds. They're
The
gonna-
folk feds.
Folk feds.
Okay, so death of the week. Ace from Kiss. Come
Ace
on.
Frehley, the
Yeah.
spaceman.
R.I.P.
We like some Kiss.
Yesterday I
Oh,
was.
but also Sam Rivers from Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah,
Oh damn!
yeah. The bass player died.
Yeah.
Weren't they making a comeback? They're like playing concerts and shit.
I know they played some shows. I don't know how frequently they were doing it, but you know, when I was in high school or getting into metal,
Oh, I just took a big drink
I-
of cold coffee. Blah.
I liked to tell myself I didn't like Limp Bizkit, but the truth is, they were pretty fun.
Biscuit is
I
in
like
your
them.
heart.
Oh yeah,
Like when they say biscuit
Like-
is right here, it's in your heart.
I remember really liking Significant Other. Never heard of $3 Bill. Chocolate Starfish is kind of fun. I think I lost track of them after that, but
I think just like Manowar, the man who like who denies Limp Bizkit is afraid of himself.
yeah, I could see it.
And yesterday I was at eating sushi, and then
Whoa.
it's a waiter was there.
A
and he-
waiter, a
yeah,
waiter.
and he saw
A
that I
waiter.
had a band shirt on. It was the Demonacy shirt, and
Uh-huh.
he's like, "Oh, what shirt is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's this band, like brutal death metal, slam from New Jersey." And he's like, "Oh, I like slam. My favorite slam band, Tsunami." I was like, "Oh, bro."
I'm out of the loop on that one. I don't even know what that is.
It's just like some snuffed on sight, killing flesh core band.
I barely even know what that stuff is.
Yeah, it's just trendy, trend hopping music.
Trend hopping music. I'm down to check it out to like as a hate watch.
Yeah, Tsunami, no T.
Like the Metal Meltdown. That's a great hate watch for everybody.
Oh, wait, hang on. They spell tsunami without the T.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I'm out.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you don't.
Tsunami.
No, you don't. You just don't do that.
It's like hardcore.
Hardcore's gay.
Yeah.
Tsunami without a T. What the fuck?
Like deathcore's fine, but like I don't know. Like deathcore's probably okay, and metalcore's like pretty much okay. I've come to realize in my older age, like I can actually appreciate that stuff. But hardcore is gay, and it's always been gay.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, right? It's like the other one, like metalcore, deathcore, they kind of mix it, which is fine because it's still metal in some direction. But hardcore itself is just, I don't know. It's like guys who are normies, but they want to pretend like they're not. It's like when a guy thinks that he's based, and then he goes, "What's a chud? What's a groiper?" And you go, "Bruh." He's like the normie to end all normies.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a band name. You guys tell me what you think.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I got one
You know
too.
you know the dogs Shih Tzus?
Yes.
Mhm.
What about Shitsunami?
Shit tsunami. That.
Well, it's shit
that-
like the dog,
Mhm.
and then TZUNMA.
Yeah.
Oh my god. TZUN.
Fred turned into a fucking Frenchman
today.
for us. He turned into Napoleon for a second.
Hello.
He's like, "C'est de la mer."
You get where I'm going with this. Shit tsunami. It sounds like shit tsunami, but
No, I see
it's
what-
also the dog and a tsunami, and I think it's brilliant.
That would
Perfect
probably
for a
work
black
as like
metal band.
I don't know what a black metal band. I feel like a cyber grind band that would work for.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. There's a gore grind cyber grind band called Shih Tzu.
See?
What the?
See? Am I fucking on it or what?
Pretty on it.
God, I'm good.
My my goat band would be called Goat Goo.
Goat goo. Not bad.
All right,
Not bad.
all
I
right.
like that. That would be a good band name for just like kind of war metal, but it's also grind in like a sickest kind of way.
Yeah.
Like there was a band that played like that. I think they were called Meth Goat, which is kind of a cool name. I think Meth Goat's not too bad.
Meth.
What do you guys think of that?
That I could see that for a sick doom metal band. There was
There
a
was a-
band from I think Western Canada called Lava Goat. I thought
Lava
that was
Goat?
a pretty cool name.
That's a cool name. What? I got another cool name for like war metal. You ever heard of the band Radioactive Vomit?
Yes,
That's a good name. That's a pretty good name.
it is, but I'm not gonna lie. I prefer Slut Vomit.
Slut Vomit's good, but Radioactive Vomit's pretty good. Lava Goat. That's a cool name.
Right?
Are they any good?
I don't remember. It was a long time since I
It
listened to
says they're
them.
death doom and their album covers are boring.
Oof.
No, their name is good, but their album covers are no good.
But what if they're actually good though?
They might be. They very well might be good. I'm just.
I mean,
I
they're called
judge.
Lava
I
Goat.
judge by artwork. That's how I do things.
Hmm.
I know I probably shouldn't, but I feel like
Oh, they're still around too.
I feel like if you have the sense enough to have a cool album art, you have sense enough to write good music. That's sort of how I look at it. I think.
I mean, that doesn't always hold true in black metal, especially.
How's that?
There's some pretty shit covers out there, man, but they're great.
Like what?
Oh, you know what though? Like, nah, maybe you have a point. 'Cause they're more like B movies where they're so bad they're good.
Like which
you know,
one?
like Thy Infernal. Remember that?
Let me see.
The guy with the
Thy
serpent, the
Infernal.
serpent dick and the hairy balls dangling down.
Serpent dick and the hairy balls.
Yeah,
Oh.
Satan's Wrath.
No, I don't think that's bad. That looks good for like, for what it is. What is this, Black Thrash or something?
No, it's just straight up black metal.
Huh.
I think that looks pretty good for something someone doodled in their high school book.
I don't think that looks bad actually. You're talking about the one with the demon cock, right? Satan's
Yeah,
Wrath.
like- Yep.
No, I don't think that's bad. I think that's pretty metal.
Oh
And
no,
I would listen to it.
definitely metal. It's
Yeah.
definitely metal.
I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's good, but I love it.
I think aesthetically, me and you, Fred, might have a difference in what we're looking for. 'Cause
I don't
we-
know because we're both saying we like it, but at the same, we're just describing it differently.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the Metzatol music video last week, and I loved it. And you're like, "This is so dumb," and I'm like, "What?" So
Yeah, no, that was.
there's a little bit of a disagreement there, I think.
Yeah, that was a weird video.
I
Wasn't
love
a
that
fan.
video.
Great song though. Really great
Not
song.
equal.
Well, here's one I can ask you, which will tie well into my collection update, which is only 2 CDs. Look
Yeah.
up Exotoxic.
Okay, is that with an X?
EXOTOXIC.
Exotoxic. That's kind of hard to spell. Okay, I got it. Death metal grindcore. These guys look like some old guys. Paul really liked that. Paul likes the old guys. Paul thinks it's funny
Well, I mean-
when people are old.
They were active back in the late 80s, early 90s, and then
Social
I remember seeing that
environmental.
they released something new like a few years ago. So like they've really
Oh no, that
come
art's bad.
What,
for
Impressions
which
of
one?
Life?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it is
but look
bad.
at Face the Facts. Tell me what you think of that.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know what's going on, but it's not
Guy's
that
like
bad.
fishing or something.
I think yeah, he's got a fishing rod, but he's also got a gas mask on. And there's a
Right?
bunch of random shit in the river, and it looks like there's
Yes.
smoke in the background.
Yeah. I like that. That reminds me of like some of those comic booky looking
Or like
Swedish
like
and Finnish death
rectum.
metal, like Rectum, like that split between a band called Jungle Yuppies and I forget the other name of the band. Jungle Yuppies and Headache. That was it. Reminds me of that.
It kind of reminds me a
I-
bit of the Necrony album cover.
Yes, yes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Traumatic. So I do like this. I dig this. I would listen to this, and I would, or like Dictator too from Finland.
You know, that's the thing. I was looking at this, and I'm like, thinking to myself, if you told me that the cover for this was a guy standing in a river with a fishing rod, I'd be like, yeah, that can't be good. But I actually like this cover quite a bit.
No, it's I like it. I like it.
But yeah, no, I got the reissue of this on CD, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's very short. It's like 14 minutes long. And what else? The other one I got was, oh yes, Maniac Butcher live in
Ah.
Annaberg. A
I
live show
thought
from
you had-
1997.
Thought you had all their stuff already. Twice.
No, the albums. I have all the albums, but I'm still missing this. I'm also missing Live in Open Hell and a couple other things here and there. But I've got the important stuff.
Have you guys ever heard the split between Headache and Jungle Yuppies? 1991.
No.
I don't think
You guys
so.
know what that is? Look it up on YouTube. Just look up Jungle Yuppies. It's the first one. Look at that artwork.
What's the other band?
Headache.
Oh, it's like Alvin the Chipmunks type thing.
No, that's one of the bad guys from. That's one of the like henchmen from. What's that show called? DuckTales, I think.
DuckTales. Woo!
Yeah, that's one of the like burglar guys or whatever. You guys should listen to that. That's great death grind. Incredible.
Interesting.
Yeah, check it
Yeah,
out.
I'm not familiar
It's
with
not
this.
on Metal Archives, by the way, and it's just an 8-minute split. It's a
Oh
cool-
yeah, that's
cool
one of the Beagle
piece of
Boys.
You know what? The what?
Beagle Boys.
That's what they're called, the Beagle Boys.
The Beagle Boys. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. That I see. I like that. I like that. That idea.
Teenage Mutant Stupid Aliens. What fucking Jungle Book?
There was something you
Donaldus
guys were talking
Duckus.
about. Yeah, there you go. See, it's like that kind of stuff. I
Is
love that kind of
Is
stuff.
that a piss take on Biggest Dickus?
Biggest? It might be. I don't know.
That's such a good scene. you
Track
know what
one
that's from,
for-
right?
From the Monty Python History of the World, right?
Life of Brian.
Life of Brian. Sorry, History of the World's fucking Mel Brooks.
You know what? You know it's from Monty Python. That's all I care
Yeah.
about. People
Yeah.
who don't know Monty Python enrage me.
I know Monty Python. I know things. I know. You know what?
Then
Fred,
you're in my
kinda-
good books.
I think you're kind of right about that. You know, that does make me mad when people like don't know things. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I'm like, what are you doing with your life? Being an idiot?
You know, I don't
We
know
have
everything.
the internet. Get some good.
I don't know everything
interests.
It's close, but I don't know everything. But the
I don't know
people
it.
who
I know what I
think
know.
They know
I know
everything,
what I know, but I
or
think I
just
know
know
enough.
nothing. Just get in my way.
Yeah, same. I'm realizing that now. It's like, honestly, I feel like I'm a pretty cool guy, but sometimes, man, people who just like you can't talk to, it almost makes you feel like is it me? But it's like, no, dude, these people, it like cramps your style sometimes when people just can't, they have nothing.
Paul's just sitting there shitting himself, going, "I don't like Monty Python."
That's okay. No, I think Paul likes Monty. I think Paul likes everything.
Yeah, I went to the castle. Remember?
The Knights of the Round Table Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It is a silly place.
uploaded Alcove. No one's gonna like that.
Oh yeah, I saw you upload
ambient
that. I didn't get a
music.
chance to listen to it yet. What is it?
It's electronic ambient music. You probably won't like.
Oh.
I don't know, Fred. Maybe if it could, like, some metal people like this electronic music kind of stuff. I feel like if it's totally new kind of shit to you, it might be a new interest. Because I've been digging this stuff. Like, a long time ago, I was into the 70s, 80s stuff. And now
Yep.
as I'm coming back, I need a little bit of a break from metal and guitars. It's enough. I need just kind of keyboards and computer bebop sounds. So,
Hmm.
coming through to the 90s stuff, which is actually pretty interesting. I think at some point
I'm at least interested.
I
I'm
think it's
open to these
something
things.
it's something, it's like, Aphex Twin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. That's
Alcove.
kind of, yeah. There's like different little subgenres, like ambient sides and like techno and whatever kind of shit. But I don't know. I feel like it's a perfect way to kind of take a break if you don't want to listen to metal or rock or anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
feeling like
scoping
it's
this right
very
now.
it's very easy to listen to this stuff for me lately. Been listening to a bunch of these kind of albums.
This is the sort of shit you play when you're trying to hack into a mainframe.
Yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. I'll make a list of some of my favorites. You can check some stuff out.
Yeah, I like this. Actually, this part sounds like Burzum.
Yeah, there you go.
Like 25 minutes in, 25:40, I just like randomly skip to that. It's like sounds like something off of Lith Shelf.
It does. I think you'll dig it. I think you'll dig some of this stuff. This one especially, because this one's kind of not like dancey. Like there
Yeah.
are a couple tiny little dancey parts in there, but for the most part, this is like an ambient kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I dig this sort of thing. It always kills me when like people who listen to, especially black metal with all the ambient side projects,
Yeah.
and they listen to something that an ambient project that's not associated with metal, and they're like, "Oh, what is this?" Like, come on, bro, please.
Yeah, I think there's enough room.
Just
for
because Varg didn't
appreciation
do it
for
doesn't mean it's shit.
Yeah, I think there's enough room for stuff like this to be appreciated, especially since black black metal kind of reaches into these realms and like these areas a lot too. And they're like, I think a lot of those guys are actually interested in that kind of shit. Even Fenriz, I think, was interested in like house techno music and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's. The Neptune Towers albums are not. Well, I mean, they're still ambient. They're not house or techno. Well, the
Yeah.
third one, I think, Space Labs, is supposed to be a bit closer to that. But the first two are fantastic. I don't think Space Labs ever got really released, did it? I think they released a portion of it. It's too bad. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to send you some of the '70s stuff too, because I think I started from there and then worked my
Yeah.
way up here, and I'm finally kind of catching up with the '90s. Let's say Paul actually introduced me to this kind of stuff long time ago. I think
Good job,
or not,
Paul.
well, a friend of mine showed me Aphex Twin, but they were kind of like super popular, and I learned about them in high school. And then Paul showed me a guy called Bruce Hack, The Electric Lucifer was the name of the album. I think that was like 1968.
Yeah,
maybe one of
really
the-
early.
Yeah, very early electronic stuff. Very cool. And then that huge album, Brian Eno and Robert Fripp. What was that album called? The one with St. Elmo's Fire on it. Another Green World. That's a great album too.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I remember once we kind of started talking about that, we're like, huh, because it kind of ties in with the prog thing, and it kind of ties in with the metal thing, and it's like it makes sense to.
Well,
I don't know, it just
that
makes
stuff
sense.
it's cool because it gives you the same sort of density that you look for when you're like listening to metal, but
yeah,
it's
it kind of does.
It's a little bit more.
There's a lot of layers and things, and
Yeah,
like the
but-
way it moves, it's interesting.
a bit more of a like easy listen. Have you listened to the group Air and their album Moon Safari?
I know Air. I have one of their releases on iTunes. I don't know that I've heard Moon Safari.
I think they're French, Fred. So there you go.
Oh,
You know what? I've been seeing this album a lot lately when I've been looking for this stuff, so I think I will.
Yeah, that one's really
I will
good.
actually check this out. Air is good. There was one I was either listening to today that what the fuck was I listening to that was really good? Well, I was listening to Underworld, that dub bass album. That one's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
You know
I'm
Underworld,
scoping
Fred?
Space Lab right now, and it is not at all dancey. I was totally wrong on that.
Space Lab, the is that a group? Or are
No,
you
that's the
thinking
third, the
Kraftwerk?
unreleased Neptune Towers album. They put like excerpts of
Oh.
it on the reissue of Transmissions from Powerful.
Interesting.
I think it's the second one, and it's
Is that an electronic thing? Neptune Towers?
yeah, it's very influenced by like Tangerine Dream.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you familiar with Kraftwerk, the German band?
I know them, but not very well.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant because they have a song called Space Lab.
Oh, you probably got it from that.
Yeah,
Like
I'll have to check out
he
Neptune
wore those
Towers.
influences very much on his sleeve.
yeah. I did check out the Beharit electronic album, the first one with the face on it. I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that either.
It doesn't do much. It's kind of it insists upon itself, as Peter Griffin would say. Paul's rolling his eyes like, "Oh, fuck you."
I remember not being like super fond of Electric Doom synthesis either.
No, I don't really like it that much. There's like maybe one track that's cool, but the rest is not into it. Not into it.
I do like some of the weirder, like experimental stuff like that, but for whatever reason, those didn't scratch the right itch. The
Yeah.
you remember we were talking about Tear Stained a while ago.
Yes.
That guy, Mikhail, has a bunch of other projects. One of them is Shadowcaster, and he released 2 albums, 3 kind of, but one of them is just the first album like remixed or whatever. But the second album, Psychelectronic Experience, I think it's called. Weird listen. Really trippy. It's cool. I like it a lot.
Paul, did you ever listen to Pete Namlook? You remember him?
Mm-mm.
No? I believe he had an album called Air. Now that when you brought up Air, it kind of reminded me of that. And also, I think you liked Higher Intelligence Agency, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've been wanting to come back to that one.
Have you listened to Amon Tobin?
Amon Tobin? I don't think so. Brazilian?
Yeah, he has an album. What's it called? They're super modified, but the album that I like is Bricolage
Bricolage.
from '98. That one's good.
Looks pretty good. This album art speaks to me. There you go. Fred, did you look up Amon Tobin? Is Fred still there?
I think he does like video game soundtracks too for like Splinter Cell and stuff like that.
see. Yeah, I was gonna say this is one of those things where the album cover makes me want to listen to it.
And then there's C-Phil. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I've been checking out Seafield a little bit. I was thinking about getting a little bit more into them, but yeah, I have been checking them out a bit. Volva, that's a really good one. I guess there was Reflex Records. That was Aphex Twin's record label, like in the 90s.
Mhm.
I wasn't aware of this until recently, but there's some good stuff on there. And the Volva album, it's called Birdwatching, I think, or Birdwatcher or something. That was really good.
There's also Mouse on Mars. That's a good group. Auto Dictator, the album.
Mouse on Mars. Auto Dictator. Okay. Yeah, but even that Alcove album cover, like that just draws you in. That makes me want to listen to it. You know what I mean? Like it's got I feel like I see an album art and I know exactly that there's gonna be something on there that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, big fan of that. Is Fred still here or did he take off?
No, he's here.
Where is he? Fred, unmute. Where's my man?
Welcome to the Bunsen Burner podcast.
We are back. I just came back from watching some parkour guy steal Indian people's phones. Pretty funny.
That was
online?
not what.
Yeah.
That was not what Dan and I bet on.
I thought you were pooping.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. That was like an epic major poop.
Yeah, we were having like this is a locker room talk episode. We were just talking about pissing while you were gone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent the video. It's just like some guy POV stealing people's phones.
Nice.
He gives them back, but it's just funny because they're Indian.
Damn. Fred knows all about Indians and Diwali. And Dipali.
Yeah, you might hear some fireworks going off near me.
So,
Yeah,
you wanted to get
what's
into
that?
something?
Yeah, I was gonna read this last comment before we get into it. I like this one. It's from a guy with a J-Dog profile picture. His name is Chainsaw Ejaculation. It says, "This is also a good format. I really like the Manowar episode also. However, it's probably more time-consuming to listen to all those albums unless they are already fresh in your mind. I was completely used to the old format of 1 hour of Joe Rogan-style bullshitting and 2 hours talking about an album, with half of the time going on tangents and clicking around metal archives. Seems like whatever style you guys do, this pig will happily be munching on the slop." And I tell him, well, I said we can probably do every once in a while some of these metal archive type episodes. I feel like we always do. We already sort of did
We already
the
did.
electronic stuff. Yeah, we kind of still do that. So don't worry too much, piglets. We're not going to change it up too much. And if we do, we kind of just, we'll switch back and forth. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, with that, Fred, what do you think? You want to go through some of your stuff?
Yeah, I think so. We
All right, dude.
have
going.
our. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing a melodic death metal episode with 3 albums, and I have historically said I'm not the biggest fan of melodic death metal.
Interesting, Fred.
As I compiled a list of bands to debate using for this, I realized that I've actually come to like melodic death metal quite a bit.
It's good.
Melodic death metal
Yeah,
is
so-
good.
It's good.
There were a lot of albums I was debating doing, and just to throw a couple out there, Threnody, I want to say Danish band maybe, As the Heavens Fall, Autumn Leaves, which I decided not to do because that one deserves its own episode. I think Paul
And it's
was
also
right
not
on that.
melodic death metal.
That would be a
Well,
conversation for sure.
The
That's
last
why it needs
time
a
I
full
brought, the
episode.
last time I said this very statement, you said the same thing. You went, "Well," it was the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm very predictable. Langswear, Cenotaph, Decameron, Concilium,
You ever heard
Regiment,
Cromlech?
Intestine Ballism.
From
All of
Sweden?
those were. Which one?
Cromlech from Sweden.
Do I? I mean, I know the Canadian band.
No,
Hang
they
on,
have
let me-
they have a demo. I think it's. I just learned about this year. It's quite good shit. Learned that from
Let's
some of
see.
the Hessian firm lads.
Oh,
Hessian
this
firm
looks
lords.
familiar.
It's quite good stuff.
The Vulture Tones?
Yes. Anyways, continue, Fred.
Yeah, no, it's good. This looks familiar, the Vulture Tones. Anyways,
Yes.
so I decided to settle on 3 different albums just as a precursor. We'll go through them chronologically, but it's also kind of in the not necessarily order of that I like them most to least, but definitely in terms of familiarity, we're going from the one I'm most familiar with to least familiar with. So we've got 3. We've got from Malaysia, Vociferation Eternity with the '96 album Ocean Myth. Canadian band Aphasia with their '98 EP Beyond the Infinite Horizon. And a Mexican band that is now known as The Dark Beyond, but started off as The Dark Beyond Conception, and their 2000 album In Growing Decadence. And that one was kind of a random buy, so it was a blind one, and I kind of had a general gist of what it was like, but I hadn't really listened to it until I got it, and pleasantly surprised. But let's dive into Vociferation Eternity. I found these guys through Langswear, a band I got into, I want to say like the mid 2000s, through a friend of mine I knew who recommended them, and in looking at the bands that they were connected to, quite a few members of Langswear played in Vociferation Eternity at some point, and possibly, yeah, a few of them were in the band at the time of Ocean Myth. And yeah, it's a very clean. So it's funny, if you look at the cover for the original cassette, it looks very, the logo looks very grindcore. It looks very there's an obscure storm on it, and it's very like death metal. But what I came to know it with is the reissue from '99. That is a very clean cover. It's a yellow tinged painting of a boat in a storm, and the logo is very, very normal. It's clean. It's just like a regular font, and yeah, it has a very clean sound too. And the best way I can describe this, it sounds very Malaysian. It echoes some of the other bands I've come to know from Malaysia, like obviously Langswear, Mystic, and some other bands like that. But the whole thing seems it has like a kind of a distant, mournful sound to it that I really like, and it's I've always found this album to be very unique. Maybe not in its individual elements, but just the combined whole just sounds like itself, and I've always really liked that about it. Yeah, that's kind of like my background on this one, but what are your guys' initial thoughts on it?
Original album art looks great.
Yeah, it's a cool cover, right? But it doesn't like
draws me
fit.
in.
It doesn't fit the sound. I think the original cover.
I think
on
it
the,
does.
On the
I
cassette.
think it does.
You think?
Yeah, because I mean, it's when you see kind of landscape or like oceanscape kind of album art, it makes me think of something that's going to be like soaring melodic, which it is, rather than like some gore or some kind of like graveyard. It's more like ethereal. It's more like like it's reaching for something transcendent. The fonts both are like perfect too. It reminds me of like Castle or like Vacuum from probably Slovakia or something like that.
You're probably right, but I've gotten to know it with the yellow cover that I have. That's what I first saw it as. So
Yeah, I like this
I guess
one
it makes sense that I associate with that.
Yeah, this one, I suppose I know what you mean by not necessarily a Malaysian sound, but sort of a this region of Asia, just like bands in general, kind of like As Sahar, or like who else might be another band from that area, like Ungodly Death, who you mentioned before. Oh, and
Yeah.
Ebon too, stuff like that.
Silkenaz.
It all has sort of a heavy metal base to it.
Yeah.
But this this one doesn't really seem tethered down. It's kind of all over the place, but that sort of it all fits together pretty well. I think this one's the most not unhinged, but untethered or uninhibited by like restrictions of any kind. I don't know that that's because this band is from where they're from or because they're as underground as they are, but yeah, this is these guys are pretty talented, and I think this is probably my favorite pick of the three tonight. It's probably the most unique. But yeah, I didn't get a whole lot of time with these, but as far as I can remember, this was probably the best one. So Paul can take the stage here, give his thoughts.
Beautiful cover, beautiful logo. Malaysia, I thought they were Greek. And
They very well could be Greek. Yeah, it seems kind of like a Greek band, like a Greek melodic, like what the hell was the name of that one band? Sanctuary of Tears or some shit.
awesome falsetto screams.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
yeah.
are great, aren't they?
I forgot about that.
I like how melancholic it is, and I think that in the middle of the album it kind of was a bit samey for me, just like kind of mid-pace, like Greek black metal sounding, but like the beginning songs and the ending ones were very those ones did it for me. All these albums are great, but this was one that with melodic death metal I feel like doesn't really do what I'm looking for in melodic death metal. It's just very like mid-pace, where I'm looking for something that's like very ferocious and like all over the place, not only guitar wise but like drumming. And I think they do a lot of like switching between like these really ethereal moments and then go back to like the kind of palm muted riffing. You know, kind of formulaic in the middle tracks. But I thought just the lack of dynamics for the drumming was there was room for improvement there. But let's see what else but speaking about the drumming, it's like interesting when they do blast beats. They'll do like the regular kind of offbeat with the hands, but then it'll be like a kick on like one. It'll be like doo 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 doo. So that was cool to hear. It seemed like it was like an economy for like energy. He's like, I'm not gonna keep my foot as fast as my hands here. I'm just gonna kind of thump it along. But I feel like with that sort of drumming, you need to have like it needs to like hit really hard. But it just kind of was at a stasis for me, where it seemed very mellow. Not like melodic death, but just kind of in the energy. Yeah,
It is a very mellow album, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's very it's like laid back, something you can like sit back and listen to while you're in a garden at night, sort of metal, if that makes any sense.
yeah.
Or, I mean,
works.
I guess,
It works for the production that it has
by
too.
the
Very, very
by the
clear.
shore, I guess.
Yeah, all these releases have great production, and it seems like does melodic death metal lend itself more to like this higher raspier vocal than like deep growls? It seems like, well, every band here did that, and then
Yeah.
it just seems like a kind of trope with a lot of bands, like even like Decameron and stuff do that at the gates. So it's like I'm kind of I want to see if there's someone that's doing like deep ass growls with that shit, because I think it would sound a little bit more alien, or just have like insane vocals, kind of like how Paul and Spawn does. But
Yeah, there you go. Paul and Spawn.
yeah, but yeah, very very heavy metal. I love all the leads that are like pseudo solos. What else was it? A lot of the like lead melodies and stuff were just kind of like descending pull offs or something. It wasn't like as free as you can get with like riffing and melodic death metal, but it was definitely cool. Like they had an atmosphere and they kind of stuck with it, using all the same parts for all the songs. Like
It's basically atmospheric black metal, if we can like kind of break it down.
yeah, it's good though. I'm not too familiar with any like Malaysian bands, because this just sounded Greek to me.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with a band called the Elysian Fields
Yeah.
from Greece?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their first album is kind of like this. Like it is
Adeline, right?
kind of mid-paced Greek sound, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit closer to melodic death metal than it is black metal.
Yeah.
Kind of like this.
You
Yeah.
can also see Horrified guard.
No, Horrified's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Maybe what's that band called? The one on Thorns I Lay. Maybe something like that too.
Yeah, it is
There
very.
you go. There you go. That's a melodic death metal album with super deep vocals. That's a great album. I think we should cover that one of these days. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
The second
I could
album.
do a
I
whole
actually like the
episode.
second album better. Not Orama, the other one. Actually, I think it is called Orama.
But I could do
yeah.
a whole episode on Malaysian bands. Like it's a scene I really like. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, this is like not like you kind of put it up against more albums that are what I'm looking for in melodic death metal. Like it's kind of like on a sliding scale in the order I think that you're gonna go in of the ways I like them. But yeah, this was good. Like when I first heard this, I think it was before you brought him up. I think this might be the first time you have. Yeah, I really liked it, but it was just kind of like just samey, kind of atmospheric melodic death metal, if anything.
Yeah, that's fair. It's not like the most varied recording by any stretch, and I kind of like that about it. It's like one constant atmosphere throughout, which
Yeah.
I find kind of relaxing, and it is a kind of a relaxing album, I think, too. So, the CD I have does have like a brief history of the band, which I found really interesting. I don't know if you guys want me to read it, but I don't think you can really see a whole lot of it online.
Read
'cause
it.
I don't think.
Right on.
All right. Well, it was a summer night of 27th February 1994 when the band was born. The band was originally formed by Dark E and Gia Dreamstone, in
Dark E.
brackets Athatorg. During that time, other than the legendary Modar, Vociferation Eternity, or easier called as Voci, was the only band who played slow to death type of doom metal. The first demo, oddly titled as Psalm of Infernal Parturition, was conceived on 1st of July 1994. Eventually, because of the weird genre and unsusceptible musical direction, totally out of norm to the current trend of that time, which is death thrash metal, the demo was ignored. Only few of the metal fans grabbed the demo before the demo was totally forgotten. A short time after that, Darky was left alone to handle the band when Dreamstone called it quit. But Darky never gave up because he knows what ahead of the band. It's very ESL. To achieve this, help is needed in form of As Maniarcht from Langsweer, who entered as a member during the recording of the In Eternum demo on 17th of December 94. The demo marked the progression of Voci in the musical direction. Prompting more into the melodic approach, Voci was ready to strike. Oh no, just ready to strike! Exclamation mark. Knowing that the force was fueled to blast. What? Okay. Another help was needed in the form of Batara Guru, also of Langsweer, to handle the bass. The lineup has at last finally complete. With the interest coming from Nebula Productions, it was a good time to release the debut album, Ocean Myth. Unfortunately, the release was in haste. It was actually the second release of Nebula. Without the necessary experience, the album was dully promoted. It is very unfortunate that the good album was unreachable to the fans. After being urged with fans who still asking for the album, Nebula Prod has finally re-released it. This re-release is also a warm-up for the upcoming album Meadows Yearn. Last but not least, we hope that you will enjoy the album as much as we did. So, kind of history of the album and of the band in general, which is kind of cool.
I'm sure I'll enjoy it as much as they did.
I certainly did. Well, with that,
Yes.
we can probably listen to a track.
Yes, yes.
Well, the first one we're going to listen to is the second track on the album, Eclipse.
Ooh, that's a fave.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, we'll be right back. We are back from the eclipse. That was heavy metal. That was Greek. It was ethereal. It was great. If you got a riff that good, play it a million times like they did. I mean,
that part that only shows up like 2 counts goes. That's great.
Yeah.
That makes me want to
Love
live.
that.
Makes me that gives me hope.
and it has
That's
the choir vocals in the back.
Yeah, that's really something.
Or it might be
The,
the guitar actually. It's like it starts off like.
Yeah, that is awesome. That whole little melody is incredible. The main riff kind of
the opening riff, the main riff, I guess, always made me think of like a lost radio transmission of some sort, like just like radio static for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know why.
It reminds me of a Swedish band that some people have probably heard of called 220 Volt. That's the name of the band from Sweden. But they play a lot of riffs like that, but they're actually a heavy metal band. And this one just kind of takes that. Like, it almost sounds black metal just because of the way the chords are using, but a lot of 80s heavy metal bands did that too. You know, unconsciously sounding like black metal, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I like this. The fact that this is Paul said, you know, I get it. It is like Rotting Christ. It is like Greek black metal for sure. but it's done in a much different way. It's like reaching for something else.
Yeah, this
You know,
is like the light side of that. This was not a dark track at all.
No. It's I love. Yeah, it sounds like the way it looks. Ocean Myth. It's like
It's dreamy.
and it has the dark poetry, kind of like enlightened type lyrics too. Which
Yeah.
fits.
But yeah, I don't know how, like, I don't know if I understand what you mean by like being unhinged. Cause
No, I
that was
didn't. I
very
didn't say
tame.
unhinged. I said untethered
Mm.
from like what melodic death metal is supposed to be, or like what it kind of traps itself in being sometimes. This kind
Yeah,
of
because
this kind of takes away, and they're kind of just jamming. They're doing what they want to do, which is this song, just a couple of cool heavy metal ish type riffs, which, you know, beautiful. If this is what melodic death metal is for a band from Malaysia, that works for me. I dig it.
Yeah, like you were mentioning on Thorns I Laid, it does kind of remind me of like some of the holy record bands, Track
Yes,
Fiction and
yes.
stuff, where it's just very like, it's almost like melodic death doom.
It's like melodic. Yeah, you could be like, if you really wanted to, you could say this is one of those types of bands. This is like on Serenity Fades, shit like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's in that sort of dark, like not dark. How would you even describe it? Like, kind of like transcendent death metal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Can that be a thing? If this band is transcendent death metal, then so is Serenity Fades, and so is even that one band you brought on, Paul, that friggin' Russian band. I forget what they're called. Phantasmagory. Something like that.
Mm.
You know.
Oh, yeah, they were
I think
great.
there is a transcendent death metal, and that doesn't have to mean high flying all over the place. It means you can just have some of the best melodies that exist, and I think while being kind of tame. Not everything needs to be crazy in your face. It can do this. Like we can listen to this because this is good. That song was great. I would rip that off. That's some good shit. That's some good shit.
It's true though that like some of the jankier riffs I get are very, very Greek, very Rotting Christ specifically, like I called out. But the vibe is so different. The way it's played, the way it's produced, and the whole general
Transcendent,
just
rah.
feel of the album. Yeah, it's totally different. It doesn't sound anything like it.
And I don't mean like saying like being Greek is not a bad thing. That's like a compliment, and if anything.
No, that's one of the best scenes out there.
Yeah. So it's like
Agreed.
I'm
That's a
not
great
saying like, oh, this is just Rotting Christ or something. It's like, damn, this is like Rotting Christ. You know?
It
It's
sounds
not
very
like
Malaysian.
it's not like El Guyon or something. Who were great.
I
by the
feel
way.
like El Guyon is a good comparison with this band too. Not that they sound alike, but they're both influenced by Greek bands, but they kind of have their own thing going on.
Mhm.
Like El Guyon was like kind of not that Greek, if that makes sense. They had a lot of stuff that sounded like on their own, very Swedish. This almost sounds Swedish in a certain way. Like I said, it sounded like 220 volt Swedish heavy metal. Like it has that vibe to it. It has the kind of it even almost has like a fucking heavy load ish vibe to it, where it's kind of 1, 2, 3 riffs back and forth, pretty chill, but effective. So
Yeah.
there you go. It's super effective.
All right. Well, for a second track, man, it was hard to pick. I really, really like the way the first track, the title track, Vociferation Eternity, opens.
That one's great.
And Erotical Romanticism's really, really good too. But I decided to go with number 6, the Lake Pajangi.
Oh, that one's really good too.
Yeah, it is. The I want to give like props to the I want to give props to like the instrumental outro. It's a great way to end the album. I don't think we're gonna play that one, but I really like that outro. But
Yeah, that's that
track
clean
6,
one, right?
the Lake Pajangi. Yeah, it is.
All right.
Track 6, the Lake Pajangi.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Alright, we're back from another good track.
So while we were listening to that, I looked up Pao Jungi, and there's not a ton on there, but like the Google AI overview says that Pao Jungi is a mythological tree from Malay folklore that serves as the Axis Mundi, or world tree, connecting the different realms of the world, which sounds awfully Yggdrasil to me. But that's not a lake, so I'm a little confused. But it's described as a giant tree whose roots are at the bottom of the ocean and branches reach into the heavens, and it's associated with the creation of the world and the movement of the tides. So make of that what you will. This track called The Lake Pao Jungi might be about a tree? Or maybe it's the lake water around the tree? I don't know. But that's all I could find.
While you were reading that, Vince is talking shit.
About you.
About me?
Yeah, he said, Fred's my enemy. Julian said,
It's on.
what did Fred do besides have 1 million awesome CDs? He needed to have 1,000,002 awesome CDs. I was like, he just got 2 this week. What are you even talking about?
Now Fred's in chat. Look, bitch. Vince is probably like his heart's beating right now. He got scared when you typed that.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, Fred.
I'm gonna like it to neutralize.
Yeah, okay, no, it's cool, You don't want to be starting some. Fredward the Third, you couldn't handle this. Group chat argument during the show. I've cut bitches before and I'll do it again. Alright. Nice. Robert liked that. Everybody liked that immediately. I like you put the little bullied kid from Benchwarmers, a little bullied midget. That's Vince. He's like, look, Mom, I made another peanut butter sculpture.
Oh, that's a perfect response, Vince.
That's a perfect response because that's Vince, the scared little midget, making peanut butter sculptures for his mother.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Okay, all right, let's get back to the show, shall we?
Oh, that was a good little sidebar.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. See, that's what Vince is waiting for. He's waiting for a rise. He wants to get a rise out of you. He's at home, like, clapping and stimming.
The best part is you just told me about this. I didn't actually read any of it. I just went in there and said, "Look, bitch."
Yeah, that's all you got to do. That shut his midget ass up.
Where were we? The Lake Pao Jungi.
Yes. Yeah, what about it? Okay, now he's just saying nonsense. Close the group chat. No more Vince. That's it. We'll get back to this. No more Vince.
Oh yeah, I stopped looking after I typed all that.
Yeah, he's full.
I find this is definitely the most epic track on the album. The that middle part with the how would I describe it? Like more of a military drum beat. Had a bit of a break in the song. That is a perfect transition from the first to the second part of it. I really like that.
They're pretty good at being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It sounds like they're on a click track. Everything sounds very, very in time. Almost like it's cut and paste. Like it's the same thing over and over again. Like they're very good at just keeping that synchronicity. They're really not missing. They're not missing a tempo there. It's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that about some of these simpler types of bands. I would basically call this a simple band. They're not doing anything too insane. Say like Varathron. Varathron and Rotting Christ, it's getting back to the Greek thing. But those bands have a type of production where it sounds very, very consistent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I get that from this album. But riff-wise itself, this one's a little bit more of a mix between like epic sounding black metal and heavy metal, which is pretty interesting. But if you combine those two, I suppose you can get melodic death metal. I mean, I suppose it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know that this
the
would work
first half
as
of the
black
song-
metal. You know what I mean? Like if somebody said, "Oh, my favorite black metal album is Ocean Myth," doesn't really make sense.
You know what? Though, when I was introduced to it, I was kind of introduced to it as black metal, and I don't really see it as much now, but I still hear it in there, and especially this track, like the first, I think it was the first in the first half of it. There's some riffing in there that kind of sounds like some French black metal bands. I don't know.
One thing I do appreciate about this is the two songs that we just listened to, there aren't really riffs that do that like veer off too much. It's all like chorded stuff and palm muting. It's all
Yeah.
kind of samey, which I like. Like I love the atmosphere that they're like when Fred said he likes the sort of like easy listening vibe to this. I like it too. I like that it doesn't veer off too much. It's perfect for this style.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that there are a whole lot of bands that do exactly this. I think this band is like kind of aced what they were trying to do here. So yeah, very good. Very good.
The one thing I really liked about these guys and the other band that is strong connected to Langswear is just the use of some of the Malaysian mysticism in there. It's not something you see too much of, and between these guys and Langswear, they kind of put it together the most out of the bunch, which I quite liked. It's kind of just an aesthetic thing, I guess, but yeah, that's kind of Vociferation Eternity for you guys. I'm happy I brought this one on. It's been a favorite of mine for a long time.
Wonderful album. Nobody's heard this. I dig it. I'll probably come back to this thing.
This and Langswear. You need to listen to Langswear.
Okay, I have that on my list.
Occultist mysticism for the more raw, straightforward stuff, and then
Right.
Eastern Cruelty is a bit more on the melodic death metal approach. Not quite like this, but not super far either. Very cool stuff.
All right. Yeah. Shall we move forward?
Yep.
We shall.
Okay. Let's do some more listening and speaking and stuff. Speak and spell.
Yeah, I like that. The
Speak
next
and
one we
hell.
have is the Canadian band Aphasia with their 1998 EP Beyond the Infinite Horizon. And this is a band that I was aware of in the early 2000s, but never really spent a whole lot of time with. And I know Paul was thinking, possibly hoping, we'd be doing the album Arcane and Thalassa, which is pretty cool. I like it a lot too.
I like their
But
band
beyond-
picture.
I know, right? Just them standing by the ocean.
Yeah. In an unflattering camera filter.
It kind of reminds me of something that Afflicted would have done. I don't know
Me
why.
and Paul were just looking at that album, or the band photo of Afflicted. I love the
the
guy
Reverend
covered in
Prodigal
tin. Yes, I love the guy covered in tinfoil,
Right?
and he's like sunbathing with a tinfoil thingy.
Yep.
Because it makes his skin look like paper white. It looks weird.
They did their own thing. They look Finnish. But yeah, Beyond the Infinite Horizon. So a self-released EP, not even half an hour long, 4 tracks. But they're really cool. Like I like them, and I don't think there's anything super unique about this. Like I think
Yeah, I don't either.
Vociferation Eternity is very, very much its own thing.
Tis unique.
Yeah, Aphasia, not so much. I think it's just very well executed. You're not going to hear a whole ton of stuff you haven't heard before with the, especially with the Swedish scene out there. But they pull it off really well, I think.
Say, sorry to backtrack. Was there a band called Regurgitated Entrails from like Southeast Asia or something?
Off the top of my head, I can't.
No, it's like a
Think of
San
one.
Diego brutal death metal band, I think.
Oh, there's some band that does the Greek kind of melodic death metal thing. I can't remember what they were called. It's something similar to like Regurgitated Entrails. Anyways, continue about aphasia.
Oh, that was kind of like my intro spiel to it. You guys
Okay.
can feel free to chime in with your thoughts on this little gem, I think.
Paul, do you have any thoughts on this?
No, no, I do.
No?
More more dynamic drumming, which I like. Let's see. I love the band photo here, and
Yeah.
what's it called? I like all the. Let's see. The drums are like actually moving around the kit and having different beats lock in with the different riffing styles, rather than playing like just safe money beats and stuff, and like skank beats and stuff. The dual vocals are a bit useless though. It seems like early Dying Fetus, where they had like two like deep growl vocals. They're just like doing the same thing.
The bass player used to like put his mouth on the side of his face when he would do his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a load of barnacles.
Yeah, kind of like that. He made that face.
Yeah.
Once
But
again, congratulations.
but yeah, this was great. It was a lot. The songs seemed like they were a bit longer. I mean, for 4 songs to go up to 25 minutes. No duh. But
No der.
I do like how sort of like pure this is. It's
Pretty
just what they're doing. It's not veering off anywhere like in their own direction or anything, but they're just doing it really well. I think again the production for this style is like perfect. I don't really like when it's like so fucking polished and stuff. Like the last band had perfect production. This one does
Yes.
too. But yeah, we can get into a track unless you have any more thoughts, Dan.
I didn't give any thoughts yet. I guess what I was sort of thinking when I heard this is, yeah, it's not quite like At the Gates core. It kind of is, but it's a little bit more like I want to say Sky Dancer, Dark Tranquility, but not as moving around. Well, not as experimental. It's kind of that style, but a little bit more tame. It kind of reminds me of another band who does something pretty similar. They're called Fatal Embrace. You guys probably remember that band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like aiming for the complexity of At the Gates and Dark Tranquility. It doesn't quite reach that. It's just solid, I guess. Maybe it's a little bit closer to like Decameron, who I think Paul brought up earlier. Yeah, it's a little bit closer to that, where that is seemingly trying to do something kind of wacky. I don't think it quite hits the mark of like competence, but it's still good, and I think this sort of lies there. It's yeah, kind of reiterating what Paul said. It kind of exactly. I think we have the same sort of opinion on this thing.
Paul, am I right in assuming that you prefer Arcane and Thalassa, the album, over this?
Oh yeah. Well, I just have more time and stuff with it. I've listened to this EP before, but it didn't really, I guess, stick as well as the album did for me.
Mm-hmm.
But listening back, it is great.
Well, we can start with track 2, The Endless Swamp.
That's a good title.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I wanted to. Perfect.
Nice.
Is there a timestamp video?
Well, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back.
That's just a cool
We back?
song.
We back.
I think this one, listening to it now, I think this actually is melodic death metal proper. Because it sounds like death metal.
Yeah, it has a lot of the heavier riffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of heavy riffs. And there's a lot of kind of techie riffs in there, too. I mean, I said earlier that it seems like it's reaching for that. I think it actually does that. It's doing what it's trying to do. Like, 'cause there's a lot of riffs in there that are really maze-like. This whole song is kind of maze-like, and also each riff has like 2 or 3 different parts in it. So it'll be doing like a black metal thing for 1 second, a heavy metal thing the next second, heavy death metal, deep death metal for 1 second, and then kind of it's like a pretty melody the next. So this actually works as like, yes, melodic death metal, period. That's it. This works
Yeah.
as yes, this is a death metal band. Not just something that's like heavy metal adjacent, like the previous band, the Ocean Myth band that we were just listening to. This is yeah, I mean it's not the most original thing, but I think what it's doing is very solid. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think with just melodic death metal in general, it's almost has like an emphasis on
Emphasis.
dynamics. So like
Yes,
you'll
yes.
be able to actually hear the changes as they come along with the riff to riff, and
Yeah.
like having the melody to follow you through this like maze. It's very like a narrative songwriting where it just kind of gets from point A to point B, and you're just trying to find your way through that while you're listening
Yeah,
and seeing
same-
how it gets to there.
Yeah, and same thing. It is relatively wacky songwriting, but there's not really anything here that doesn't fit. Like, all the ideas here work. All the heavy metal isms and like black metal isms.
Yeah,
and
even
death
like
metal.
that.
They kind of work together to kind of just be like a pure melodic death metal album. It's not really it almost reminds me of like In Thy Dreams when we covered that. It's kind of in that. It's doing something else. Like, it's definitely more death metal-y, but it's kind of working with all the same parts, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like even the interlude section was great. Like,
Oh, with that bass part.
yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
The
it-
bass walks over the whole track. Like, it's just dancing all over the place. And it's very
I feel
nicely
like
produced and
dancing.
audible. Like, I really like that about it.
Yeah, I feel like to that point, it like really brought itself like down to that interlude section. Like, brought all the energy down from the riff before, and then brought it right back up to where it was, and it was just like a perfect, descending and ascending way to get out of that riffing.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun listen. I don't think Sorry, the audio is catching up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Which one's next?
Ooh, the last one, hopefully.
Which one's the last one? Is that the Sphere?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, this one's really fucking good. The Bright Spheres of the Forest.
Yep.
All
Bright
right.
Spheres?
Bright Sphere of Forest.
Bright Sphere. There it is. There's another one by Joel Vert.
Shout out Joel, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back from the Bright Fear of Forest.
Yeah. They ended on a high note. I think they really kept the best one for last.
Yeah, that was
It's-
their most mid-paced and samey song, but I just love all like the really long-winded like riffs. They're like, it's like
That final riff kind of reminded me of Arcanum a little bit. Or like, what's that one? Or it kind of reminded me of fucking Walknut or Volknut from
Oh wow, yeah. I
from
can see
Russia.
that, actually.
Yeah, it kind of towed the line of black metal at the end there. I didn't actually see, is this band considered Black Death or just melodic death metal?
I kind of consider them as melodic death, but I don't know what Metal Archives has to say about it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Aphasia. They put death black metal.
They did? That makes
Weird.
sense. Honestly, it makes sense because I mean, if Sacramentum is considered that, and so Necrophobic is considered that, then it makes sense that this band would too. But they also do have like a little bit more straightforward death metal influence or melodic death metal influence, like Eucharist, like Paul said when we were listening.
yeah, the
And,
intro
and
riff.
also, yeah, and also like you said, Fred, you made a great comparison. Some of those riffs are mid-paced and like melodic-ish thrash, like Loud Blast, Sublime Dementia. Dude, it makes so much sense. Yeah, really, really great fucking comparison.
But I find that comparison kind of fails as the track gets more unhinged towards the end.
Sure,
Because I
but-
found like what...
Just individual, few of the individual riffs do like they are reminiscent of that.
Yeah. What made me think of that is how restrained and controlled those Loud Blast albums feel. Sublime Dementia and Disincarnate. And I'm not saying that as a negative. It's just like they are very precise in what they're performing. I guess it's kind of a take on Death's sound, but this track for Aphasia did make me think of that. But again, what made me think of that was the them feeling like they're reining in their sound rather than just cutting loose and going full bore.
Yeah.
which they do towards the end, which works really well for the song because it progresses it well. But obviously, like you said, only certain parts of it. But that's why I lost the comparison later on, which is good on Aphasia because then they're not just sticking to one particular sound; they're evolving it throughout the course of the song, which is great.
They're moving their guitar sound, but the drumming kind of kept that tempo. It really didn't lose that the whole time.
Yeah,
And Paul
Yeah.
said he would kill for a blast beat there. But I was kind of cool with the choice that they made.
Yeah, and what I really appreciate about the drumming was, even though it was keeping that same tempo on like tail ends of or like B sections of the same riff, when it comes around for like the second repetition, he's like doing some different complement that because there's this section where he adds like a little bell work on the ride every time the like second side of a riff would happen, and it just kind of catches you by surprise because you'd expect someone to just kind of keep that same beat throughout a whole riff, but he's evolving it with the guitars, and that's
It's
like
artistically moving along with the guitar in very precise kind of ways.
yeah, it does that for the whole release. It's great.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think the only criticism I'd level at it is the vocals. I like the vocals, but a bit more variety in the vocals would have been nice.
Yeah, if they had a death metal growl instead of like the sovereign screams, that would have been great. Or
Yeah,
if they,
like a dual vocal approach would be cool.
yeah, that's like what I said. It was like it's kind of like useless, like the dying fetus, like double
What about
growls.
like a mush mouth finish kind of vocal?
To anything else?
I try to remember. Does the album have a dual vocal approach, or is it just still the same, or one voice throughout? I don't remember.
I think that this one definitely had the more like dual vocals like this. I think the album kind of had like it didn't jump out at me, vocals at least.
Okay. But yeah, that's Aphasia with the dude in sandals on the right, just chilling in the water.
Pretty solid stuff. I don't know that I would
Think
come
so.
back to this too often, but it's pretty solid. I would show somebody this. We're doing it on the show. We're showing the people. So yeah, it's
Yep.
worth it. Worth a show.
Yeah, if you're into the, I think overall anyone into the Gothenburg style would enjoy this. Like, they definitely
Yes,
take a lot
yes.
from that, even if it has its
It's
own,
following in that footstep. It's not doing too much
Yeah, for
outside
sure.
of that. It is. There are some interesting like kind of slammy parts that mix like heavy metal and like death metal kind of ideas. Like we heard that in the very
Yeah.
first riff. I don't know if you guys remember. It's like junk, wow, junk, wow,
Yeah.
junk. Yeah, like stuff like that is they've made that their own, which is cool. You don't usually hear stuff like that at all.
Yeah.
Heavy metal, black metal slams. Remember that, kids.
And if you like this, you'll love the record. I feel I like that one so much more. I think it's way more like it's a progression from here. They just evolve in a
I've never heard it.
very it's like this but like double time. It's fucking so good.
Huh. The production is much heavier.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Where do we go from here?
We go on
From-
to Perfection. So
Perfection.
Perfection.
yeah, this is
Whoa.
Okay.
this is like getting up there with like my favorite melodic death metal albums. This one I never
Okay.
fucking heard, but it's so good.
Okay.
I did
Blows-
not expect that. Okay.
Blows Cenotaph out the water for Mexican Melo Death.
I'll give a brief background on this. So they formed
What is
back
it?
in '93. It's the Dark Beyond Conception in Growing
Okay.
Decadence from 2000.
Okay.
They formed in '93 as Sacrilegio and released a demo. They eventually switched to the Dark Beyond Conception in around '97. Released a demo, which some of the tracks are on the the CD version of the album that I have that we're doing, which sounds pretty cool. And then in 2000 released their first album. After that, I changed names to just The Dark Beyond. I can't say I've heard the albums that came out after, but I like this one. So the way I found this is there was a seller that was in Canada, and he just had a bunch of random black and death metal, and all of it really cheap too. And I scrolled past this one like a million times until one time I noticed it's on Toad Records, which is a fairly obscure label, but they released the Prohibitory albums, In Death We Trust and Possessed and Dismembered, and I really, really, really like those. And I know I've seen a couple other things on that label that are pretty cool, and this was on there in his list for like $5. I'm like, you know what the hell? Let's go for it. Melodic death metal. I'm willing to give it a shot, and it arrived, and I hit play, and I'm like, you know what? This is actually pretty cool. I really like this, and yeah. Next thing you know, we're covering this on here.
Yeah, like the past albums, I had like little critiques about it, but when I came to write notes about this one, I just put perfect.
That's funny because like I like this one, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure why I like it as much as I do. And when I chose this one, it felt like such a random pick that this would easily be the least favorite of the three. So I did not see that coming, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this one's so good. It has like such a, like this one has so much ferocity to it, and it just feels all around darker. What I really like about melodic death metal when it kind of shows this side. Let me see. I'll show you guys the screenshot of my notes. It's like I'm like dual vocals are useless. It's dying fetus for the last one, Aphasia, and then I'm like, all right, perfect. Like I could even pick a track on here that I like the most. They were just like all so great in their own ways. This one has so much variety to it, and it seemed like it was on a sliding scale in the order that we went, with like drumming going very, very safe into the beats, kind of going off a little bit more in Aphasia, but then here it's just like its own. It's like doing its own melodic lines basically, with fills and beats and just extra snare hits that they have in here. It's just so like, yeah, just honestly perfect.
Remember to give me timestamps for Galician.
Yeah. I'll give you some from this.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, fucking great album. Right at the end of, or the beginning of the 2000s, it's like tucked away somewhere you wouldn't look, which is in Mexico. For something to come out like this, it's like, it's great. Like the album cover, like the font of the album title is great. The logo, not sure what's going on with the fucking art though.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's like a painting of like a bug really close.
Is it a big dragonfly? What is it?
I don't know. I want to think it's like some mythical Aztec sort of creature, but I really have nothing to support that.
It looks like a Pikmin monster. The big monsters that float and they like blow you away with wind.
Yeah, it could be Pikmin.
Once I'll find a picture of that, I'll send it to you guys.
But that's kind of what I've always just like thought to myself since I got it. It's some sort of mythical monster I'm not aware of. Let's just go with that.
The Pikmin monster is called a puffy blowhog.
Yeah, it is.
Watch. Where are you guys? Yeah, it reminds me of this. This fucking thing.
You gotta put that on the thumbnail over this art.
The puffy blowhog. Okay. Those things are so annoying. It like blows your Pikmin all over the place, and then they like don't know what the fuck's going on. Confuses them.
Ugh, what blowhogs.
Blowhog. Yeah, this one, I listened to it. I enjoyed it. I don't know. The only real thing that I had in my mind when I was listening to it was like modern At the Gates, modern Dark Tranquility, where it's kind of both interchangeable. I think Dark Tranquility kind of ran with that sound because At the Gates like died pretty much after Slaughter of the Soul. I remember seeing a documentary about At the Gates, and I believe Thomas was saying it's like the band ended. There was no arguing. There was just general grumpiness. I like that. General grumpiness was the reason the band broke up in the first place.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, Dark Tranquility kind of kept on with that sound. And I don't know about you guys if you've ever been into the later Dark Tranquility stuff. It's it takes the Slaughter of the Soul formula and just kind of runs with it for like in a totally solid way. I think it's very good. So, and in a ferocious kind of way, like good production, ferocious kind of way. So that's what this sort of reminded me of, was another continuation of that sound. I know there's like a million bands that have done that, but yeah, I suppose this sort of that's what I heard from this. Maybe I'll hear some more maybe interesting things as we listen to it. But yeah, that was my immediate kind of synopsis of it.
I feel like it blows all the At the Gates core bands out the water.
Even Dark Tranquility?
Their later stuff, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is.
Because I'm a defender of the later Dark Tranquility stuff.
How
good.
late are we talking?
Like basically all of it's good. Watch all.
Really?
Let me look.
Okay.
Let me look them up real quick. Dark Tranquility. Let's see which some of these later albums are like quite good. The Mind's Eye is good. You know, if we're talking like post what people usually listen to. Mind's Eye. Don't really remember Projector. There's some that I haven't listened to. Mind's Eye is good. Character is very good, and Fiction is very good, as far as like later stuff. So that's like 2006, 2007. Other stuff I haven't really kept up with, but those three later ones in particular are quite good. But yeah,
Interesting.
do you guys want to? Which track do we want to listen to here?
Well, my first pick on this one is track 1, 2, 3, 4, Entering Astral Perceptions.
Yeah, that's one I took a
Wait.
screenshot of.
Man,
Is that the
Fred,
one?
you really
Yeah, that's the
molded
one.
Paul. Not molded Paul, but you found something you really liked.
Yeah. No, Paul and I seem pretty...
That's pretty good.
I was already molded. I fit the mold perfectly.
That's pretty. That's
I
pretty
think
good.
all three albums...
All you had to
would
do was
pick
just
basically
like
the same
be there,
songs.
and you fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The shoe fits.
If the shoe fits. I've heard better jokes from a turkey sandwich.
All right,
you guys
well, let's
want
get
to do
to
the
that
fourth
one.
track?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
This
Alright guys, we're back.
It's pretty
That-
cool.
That main riff actually reminds me quite a bit of Eclipse from Vociferation Eternity, the very first track that we listened to.
They all kind
Totally
of have
different
the heavy metal
vibe.
thing going on in a bit, in a way.
Yeah, but totally different vibe, totally different production and approach to it. But the riff kind of made me think of it a bit, and but this, I don't know, like the dynamics of this are really weird, but it works. I don't really understand why it works, but it does. Paul, help me out here.
Well, I think that, the riffing is going on. It's the same riff happening, and then there's slight changes in the drums from going from a faster double time to a half-time feel. So it just kind of makes it settle into a groove that was already grooving. And then it hops right back into the double time, and it just like brings that pace right along with it. It's just like it's like such an easy thing to do with drumming, but it just makes it so more. It just keeps your attention way more than like just keeping a money beat the whole time. Dun, 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 dun.
That moment when the groove is grooving.
Yeah. Yeah, like the riffing itself is very like at the gates core, but I think just what a lot of bands miss is like that the dynamics in the drumming, because they'll just kind of do the skank beat over and over, like like Slaughter of the Soul or something.
The ability to change the groove within the riff.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're doing that constantly for every riff, and it just gets so much more mileage out of it.
Yeah, that's one way to keep things interesting.
Yeah, it's great. Like the vocals have a bit more variety in there too. They're throwing in some death metal, even some oof in there and shit too. Yeah, and just like the production on it, it's very like flat, but it makes it, I think, showcase the performance on there, like of how like fucking hard that they were playing this shit.
It is a very muted production. I found that
the production gives room to like the fact that you can hear every single little thing going on.
Yeah, like
that's what you get from flat kind of production.
Yeah, there's like even counterpoints going on, like straight from the beginning of the song. You can hear the bass doing its own thing as well. Like they make a lot of good use out of being a 5-piece band,
Ook. Yes. Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
know that
yawning.
I have. Yeah, I don't know that I have anything else to add. So if you lads want to just move into the last track here.
I think we can do that. The
Which one are we doing
last
here?
track that I had was hang on, I lost my list. Believe I had picked From Thousand Wars.
Okay.
All right, we will be right back. we're back from I think the most tame song of the record here. It's kind of doing the skank beat for most of the riffing, and then it kind of goes into this awesome heavy metal riff right in the middle. It kind of goes bounces in between those two, which is really great, and then it has that weird like interlude section again, and pops right back into the main skank beat riff. But I think everything that was being played here was just at a great level, and the production here just makes it sound so a lot like the music itself is very ferocious, but and the way that they're performing it is, but I think just the tempo of the song was very tame and samey. The solos in this track are great too. What do you guys think?
I think you nailed that it's one of the samiest tracks on here, but I just found its consistency to be pretty cool. It does. I find it goes a bit more in the like Eucharist direction.
Yeah,
on
it
this
kind of
one.
does.
But
It does without being as like techie.
yeah, they're not like shitty about it too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty solid. It's like a cool find, but I think I would just disagree, or not necessarily disagree, but I just have a different opinion. I think my initial response to this was that it's my least favorite of the three tonight, and I think I still kind of stand by that. I like this sound as far as like continuations of where the Slaughter of the Soul kind of worship bands go. I sort of see this as that, because I mean that's obviously what's going on here. I mean, that's not to say that there's not cool ideas and original stuff going on, but I feel like when it comes to stuff like this, I would probably stick to like later Dark Tranquility type stuff. I feel like they kind of mastered it as far as this sound. It definitely is cool. It's a cool find, but each of the releases that we've covered tonight are very different, even though there's a lot of the same elements, like coming into play here. This one I think, we've kind of said this about all the albums that they're like samey. I think this one kind of is the most samey, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't know that I would revisit this one though. That's just kind of my honest opinion.
I get the impression Paul's gonna revisit it.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely. I think we just have a different mindset when it comes to certain types of things, especially like this style of melodic death metal.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what we're here for, right? But
Yeah.
I think I'm somewhere between the two of you. I will go back to this one, but I wouldn't consider it a perfect reflection of melodic death metal like Paul seems to.
Well, it definitely is the most purely melodic death metal. Like this is boom melodic death metal.
You picked
not,
the wrong.
not techie, not.
You picked the wrong track, Fred.
Yeah, which one have you picked?
You were supposed to pick Evolution to Chaos.
That one is pretty good too.
What does that one sound like?
That one's way more dynamic than the one we just heard.
Okay, I just clicked at a random spot and it's kind of doing the heavy, like jung 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 jung.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot of sick tracks on this, and I don't know if I don't think the version I linked you to has the demo tracks, but I think the demo's on YouTube as well. Check that out; it's pretty awesome.
It's like even more muted than this.
It's more muted, but it's still like I found it still more audible somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, cool album, cool random pickup. I certainly don't regret dropping $5 on this. I've played it quite a bit since I've picked it up, and yeah, that's the best kind of finds. But just as like a slight offshoot on this, prohibitory. They're not melodic whatsoever. They're just straight up death metal. Their second album, In Death We Trust, from 1999, fantastic. Check that one out. It's you know what? Just listen to it. It's a great album. It's such a good death metal.
Yeah, I think Fred, you picked some great variety of
Yeah, totally.
melodic death metal, which is
All different styles of like a genre.
yeah
Or
one
a
of
sub-genre.
one of my favorite sub-genres is melodic death metal, and you've hit all the different spots of it where it's like very melancholic and slow, and then gets like chaotic and abrasive, and then just mean
It
potatoes.
just gets catchy and badass.
Yeah, and they all had some heavy metal in there, which is what I think is like the evolution from there.
Yeah, it's like key for melodic death metal.
Yeah, where
If people haven't noticed that.
yeah, where death metal and black metal kind of take that
Converge.
out of the way, and
Yeah.
this kind of embrace the like Iron Maidens and stuff like that of heavy metal, and putting it into just a more extreme context. And I think that's why I like it so much.
I think as far as we're going right now, Paul picked like 3 bands that everybody loves last time, and so that's like the new best episode. But I really like this one. I think we're on a good stride here. The only thing is like people usually kind of ignore when like they don't know who the band is. But for me, some of my favorite episodes are the ones of bands I've never heard before.
Yeah,
It
like
just-
this
it just-
one.
Yeah.
Like this one was great because it introduced me to something that I now love, and I wouldn't have heard it. I think we were debating of putting this album or Autumn Leaves, and I was like, oh, Autumn Leaves, of course, because that shit's great.
Because we
but-
know it.
Yeah, and then having a blind listen to this definitely opened up a spot in the top 10 for me. So
Yeah, all of these were cool. Like as far as I've never heard of them before. These are Fred finds. These are Fred Rex, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys liked them. Like I said, I was pretty sure both of you would like Aphasia because it's the least adventurous, I'd say, of the 3. It's I know it's got like a bit more black metal to it than the other 2. I don't know, maybe not as much with Vociferation Eternity, but that one just felt like the most safe bet. Not most pedestrian, but like the safest bet. The production's pretty good. The riffs are pretty good. The vocals are pretty good. Everything on that is pretty good and
Pretty
not
fucking good.
doesn't rock the boat too much. Vociferation Eternity, like with all the melancholy and
You
the
got melodic death metal, pretty fucking good.
and the calm atmosphere, I wasn't sure where that one would land. And Dark Beyond Conception, with the muted production and the kind of I guess fiercer vocals, I wasn't sure where that one would land either. So although I guess I kind of got both extremes, with Dan liking it kind of the least of the bunch and Paul like clearly liking that one the best.
Yeah, my favorite was the Malaysian band for the night.
Yeah, that was my favorite too, but it's also the one I've known the longest, so it's hard to dethrone that one in that sense. I picked that one for that reason.
yeah, suck on that, Andrew P.
Yeah, Andrew Lee, more like Andrew P. Mic drop.
Yes, Uncle? What happened? You got such a whooping. Big Mouth had a big fist. One more thing. There's work to do. You must acquire the pig talisman and discover the power it possesses. But I am dead. Ay-ya! Honky When you be dead, you are wearing the immortality talisman. Oh, right.
On a steel shot.